Look at a map of Yemen from December the 1st, 2025, and you'll find that it's gone horribly out of date. Over the course of the last 2 weeks, a separatist organization called the Southern Transitional Council has carried out a lightning offensive, taking over Yemen's oil fields, its entire southern coastline, and the vast majority of its overall territory. Their objective is to build a new sovereign state, to take over the territory that was once made up of Cold War-era communist state of South Yemen, and to remake it in their own image. Yemen's internationally recognized government has been powerless to resist, and although the country's Houthi rebels haven't yet gotten heavily involved in the fighting, it's clear that their leaders understand that their situation has changed very quickly. Now, most of the time, when an upstart bunch of rebels takes over a patch of territory and claims that they're forming a new nation, the vast majority of the world tends to either regard them as a new security threat or to simply treat them with disdain. After all, we live in a world where all land is accounted for, except that little patch of land between Egypt and Sudan that both nations insist they don't want. The world is not a welcoming place to new nations, and only 3 new countries have gained sovereignty since the turn of the 21st century: Timor-Leste, Montenegro, and most recently, South Sudan. But right now, world nations are giving stronger and stronger indications that this time it might be different, and Yemen's rising rebel faction is working to prove that it's not just another upstart, but a genuine global partner. When Yemen's Southern Transitional Council, or STC, started their offensive on the 2nd of December, they weren't expected to achieve even a fraction of the success that they did. Prior to the start of this month, Yemen was neatly divided into thirds between a trio of landholding governments that each appeared to be roughly as strong as the others. The STC controlled a large part of Yemen's south, leaning on the support of a high-powered fighting faction called the Hadrami Elite Forces, and enjoying the international support of the United Arab Emirates. The internationally recognized Republic of Yemen controlled most of the country's eastern inland region, including its lucrative oil fields, and was supported by Saudi Arabia, which also supported a network of allied tribal groups that generally operated in alignment with the Republic. Finally, there's the Houthi rebel organization currently in command of Yemen's western coastline on the Red Sea, as well as the most densely populated parts of Yemen overall. The Houthis are backed by the nation of Iran, which treats them as a proxy force similar to Hamas or Hezbollah. Now, we've already explored the details of the STC's lightning offensive in another recent episode, so do go check that episode out after this one if you'd like to learn more. But for now, suffice it to say that the STC just shocked the world and demonstrated a far greater ability to challenge the Saudi-backed Republic of Yemen than the world had previously realized. With the help of Emirati-supplied armored vehicles and artillery, and with the benefit of sneaky non-aggression agreements forged with those Saudi-backed tribal militias, the STC was able to run through the Republic of Yemen's attempts at resistance, rapidly taking over the massive province of Hadramaut and its oil fields as